is News 3 Now at 6.
Thanks for joining us. Protests and marches erupted in Madison after George Floyd's death last May. Many criticized Madison police for their response to those demonstrations. Gabriella Becerra live in downtown Madison with what the city said it plans to do to deal with possible protests after the Chauvin trial. Gabby?
Well, Madison Police has new leadership this year, and the chief is putting his own touch on how the city has handled decades of demonstrations. As Madison Police Chief, Sean Barnes is making a commitment to protect the First Amendment and those counting on it.
We exercise restraint and protect people first and property second, and we pursue continuous improvement.
Improvement in handling last summer's protests while also giving space for expression is something Barnes knows people on all sides of an issue want to see for any protests this summer.
That we are in support of the exercise of First Amendment rights, and that these same community members will also hold us accountable if we do not.
When it comes to using non-lethal weapons like tear gas, Barnes says it's a last resort.
We use them to protect people who are being hurt or being injured. It's not something that, quite frankly, I lose a lot of sleep over, because we don't plan on using that, because we believe that our protesters will be peaceful.
And Barnes says he can't tell businesses how to protect their storefronts.
You know, there's a state capitol downtown. They can watch that as an indicator.
Elected and community leaders, including Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway, say they're on board with the decades-old Madison method of policing.
I think that the visual you have here is indicative of our working together. We're standing side by side and we're working together.
Rhodes Conway says she's also listening to the message behind the protests.
I am committed not just to reform, but to reimagining what public safety means and looks like in Madison.
Madison police will remain flexible in their plans, but Barnes says his commitment to protecting basic rights won't falter.
Managing protests is you know, a day-by-day, minute-by-minute, hour-by-hour decision-making process.
Chief Barnes says he's staying in close communication with other local and federal agencies, including those in Minnesota. He says so far they are not aware of any planned demonstrations regarding the Chauvin trial.
Gabby, thank you. Derek Chauvin's fate is now with the jury. In closing arguments today, the prosecution implored the jury to find him guilty, while the defense argued George Floyd died of underlying heart disease and drug use, and said Chauvin's actions in context were reasonable.
Use your common sense. Use your common sense. Believe your eyes. What you saw, you saw.
I submit to you that the state has failed to meet its burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
Chauvin faces second-degree unintentional murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. He faces up to 40 years in prison if convicted, the most serious charge. Outside the courthouse, the Floyd family joined activists in a prayer vigil. Developing tonight, officials in Kenosha have arrested a man in connection with a shooting that left 3 people dead and 3 more injured over the weekend. That shooting happened at the Summers House Tavern. The 3 men killed were 22, 24, and 26-year-olds. The 3 injured, 22, 23, and 26-year-old men. Police referred 1 count of first-degree intentional homicide against Vincent to the DA's office. Other criminal charges could come in the next few days or weeks. A chilly April day. Let's check your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
It's chilly because of the cloud cover, and that'll be the case for the next couple of days, so don't expect temperatures to get much of between above maybe the 45-degree mark. Live view from the WISC Skycam shows the picture. Lots of clouds, not much in the way of precipitation, though. There have been a few flurries up in central Wisconsin, but nothing that's really made it down into our viewing area. Low temperatures this morning started out in the middle to upper 30s. Janesville actually dropped to only 43. But high temperatures today were in the lower 50s earlier this morning, and now you can see those temperatures have dropped off to around 40 degrees here in Madison, 46 degrees in Janesville, and temperatures already in the 30s to our north and to our west. By tomorrow morning, look for temperatures to be down around 30 in Madison. That will lead to widespread frost. Tomorrow, look for a high of 42, and there could be a chance for a rain or snow shower, and a hard freeze is likely by tomorrow night. Good news is warmer weather's on the way, but we'll have to wait till next week to get it. I'll have more details and weather in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Half half of Americans over 18 have now received at least one COVID-19 vaccination shot. That's according to new data from the CDC. There are close to 130 million adults in the country who have now received one dose. Roughly 32% of the adult population was fully vaccinated as of yesterday. And starting today, all Americans 16 and older are eligible to sign up for an appointment. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine still on pause after that at least 6 rare cases of blood clots, but the single-dose shot is expected to return to arms later this week. A CDC advisory committee will meet Friday to make a decision. Now, if you are still looking for a vaccine appointment, Dane County health officials say there are appointments available at the Alliant Energy Center this week. They wrote online there are, quote, a couple thousand available. And if you sign up soon, you'll likely get an invitation for an appointment later the week. To sign up, just go to vaccinate.wi.gov. And despite all those openings, Public Health Madison and Dane County is confident those spots will be filled because there is still a high demand for vaccines here in Dane County. Amanda Quintana joins us with why this isn't really the case in surrounding counties. Amanda?
Yes, well, why you could get a shot at the Alliant Energy Center in just a few days if you tried to go to one of the 5 SSM health clinics in Madison. You'd have to wait until May or even June. But how about if you try to go to any of the SSMs in Baraboo or in Janesville? They have a much shorter waiting list. SSM Health's regional VP of pharmacy says the vaccination rates are lower than the state average in Rock, Jefferson, and Dodge counties. Sauk and Greene counties are doing okay, but still not as well as Dane County.
It's a question of why is it the result of fewer vaccination sites that individuals in these counties don't know where to go for the vaccine, or is it because of something else like vaccine hesitancy or not wanting the vaccine to begin with? We don't know for sure.
This has SSM Health changing up their strategy a bit and switching to more mobile clinics in those areas, because if they don't reach herd immunity, those areas will be more vulnerable to COVID outbreaks. Public Health Madison and Dane County is also switching to do more mobile clinics, even though they know that there is a demand still in Dane County. They know that there are barriers to accessing the vaccine, and that could be just not being able to sign up online to get an appointment, or maybe not being able to drive to the Alliant Energy Center to get your shot.
Amanda, thank you. And across Wisconsin, health officials confirm 373 new COVID cases. That's below the 7-day rolling average of 731, and similar to the case count drops we're used to seeing on Mondays. One more person has died, 37 more hospitalized in the last 24 hours. Almost 28% of Wisconsinites are now fully vaccinated. 40% have gotten at least one shot. And here in Dane County, 36% of people are fully vaccinated. Almost 54% now have received at least one shot. SSM Health has reached a COVID vaccination milestone. The healthcare provider has administered 200,000 doses. Its first shipment of the Pfizer vaccine arrived at St. Mary's Hospital back in December. Those doses went to healthcare workers. Took about 12 weeks to administer 100,000 doses, but the process ramped up from there. Roughly 6 weeks later, SSM hit the 200,000 dose milestone. SSM has been hosting mobile vaccination clinics, and the SSM St. Mary's Foundation recently received a $100,000 grant from DHS to fund community outreach efforts. And this week, Beloit College students had the chance to receive the Moderna vaccine on campus. That's thanks to a partnership with the Beloit Health Department. The director of the college's Health and Wellness Center says students have been very proactive, reaching out as soon as they became eligible to ask if the shots would be available on campus.
They have both reached out into the community to find access on their own, and then we were thrilled to be able to offer the access on campus for those for whom it is more difficult to get off campus, don't have cars.
Now, officials were expecting to get roughly 50 students vaccinated today. More appointments are happening through Thursday. The second dose will be in 4 weeks, catching students just before they take finals and head home for the summer months. Looking ahead, more than 290 local law enforcement agencies are participating in the Drug Take-Back Day across Wisconsin. That's this Saturday. Attorney General Josh Call says last year, Wisconsin's Drug Take-Back led the nation by bringing your unused and unwanted medications to a drug disposal box. You can help prevent the misuse of prescription drugs and also keep them out of our rivers and lakes. To find a drug take-back location near you, go to doseofrealitywi.gov. In Dane County, these events will take place at 15 locations. And according to Safe Communities, unintentional poisonings killed more Dane County residents last year than car crashes. FOXCONN has reached a new deal with the state with reduced tax breaks for its scaled-back project in Racine County. Governor Evers did not announce the details of the agreement. The Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation set to approve that new deal deal tomorrow. Now, the initial deal, negotiated back in 2017 under then-Governor Scott Walker, included nearly $4 billion in state and local tax incentives. Next at 6, we'll take a look at Dane County's first solar-powered park and campground. Hear how much power the clean energy option can generate when we come back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Schwab, General Surgeon at Towne Health. If you suffer from reflux, please join us for our upcoming seminar on the Lynx device, a new and innovative treatment to stop reflux.
Find your style with Patriot Lighting. Save today with 11% off and choose from more than 700 ceiling fans. Our ceiling fans add elegance to any room and reduce energy costs all year round. We carry a great selection of styles and finishes, so you're sure to find the look that's right for you. Save with 11% off all Patriot Lighting ceiling fans. View all of our ceiling fan options right now on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know what needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here to help.
Goldman Cars is breaking into spring with huge savings. You can get a 2016 or 17 Ford Escape starting at $10,995 or $175 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2016 or 17 Ford Escape only for $10,995 or $175 per month.
Don't miss out on these huge spring deals with over 500 vehicles in stock.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
Or my brother, Dealing Donovan Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
The Lynx device stops reflux by using magnets to strengthen the muscle at the end of the esophagus, and this prevents acid from flowing from the stomach back into the esophagus.
Towne Health, creating excellence together.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back to Kickoff Earth Week. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi addressed climate change and the need to act now. A new clean energy project in Madison is doing just that. Parisi and other leaders unveiled Dane County's first solar-powered park and campground. It's at Lunny Lake Farm Park. The project includes more than 460 solar panels on 4 buildings.
The system includes solar panels on the roof of the shower building and on the roof of the park shelter behind us. And as you can see, the solar panels on the park shelter are the roof. The system will provide almost 90% of electricity used at the campground, including the electric usage of 39 campsites.
There are also solar panels on top of the Lucier Family Heritage Center and on a park shelter along the Capital City Bike Trail. Those will provide more than 90% of the power needed for the Lucier Center and an electric vehicle charging station as well. For the second year, Fête de Marquette is canceled due to COVID-19. The Wilmar Neighborhood Center and Willie Street Co-op decided to cancel it out of caution for attendees and staff. The festival, the largest fundraiser for the Wilmar Neighborhood Center. Since the event started 15 years ago, it's raised $1.2 million for programs like emergency food services, after-school programs, and summer camps. You can contribute to the Neighborhood Center's online giving campaign, and we have a link to do that at MadisonMagazine.com. Some good news now. The Memorial Union Terrace opening to the public on May 10th. That's just 3 weeks away now. Seating will be first come, first serve. Masks are required for right now. The terrace is only open to UW-Madison students and staff. The Wisconsin Union website says to stay tuned for graduation weekend plans. That'll happen May 7th through the 9th. And still ahead at 6, you may have noticed some sculptures popping up at a Madison park over the last few years. We'll introduce you to the artist who has kept his identity a secret until now. And it's not feeling much like April out there. Cold weather, frost chances. Gary will have all those details next.
Tonight on CBS, the night starts with The Neighborhood, followed by Bob Hart's Have a Show. Then it's time for drama with All Rise and Bull. Then get a complete wrap-up of the day's news on News 3 Now at 10.
Wild East Towne Honda is Wisconsin's Dealer of the Year. Save with 0% financing for up to 60 months on over 400 new Hondas at Wild East Towne Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
For the outdoor enthusiast ready to have some serious fun, it's time to roll up your sleeves and head to Blaine's Farm and Fleet, where we have everything you need to enjoy some well-earned fresh air. Like this lifetime kayak with paddle, just $159.99. Extend outdoor power with this 50-foot extension cord, $44.99. Estate grass seeds on sale, just $10.99. And enjoy outdoor meals with this 3-burner gas grill, just $129.99.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Dad, I got it.
Really?
Actually, do you have a quarter?
Enjoy a cheeseburger or a McChicken sandwich. Get any two for just $2.50.
Power Centers of Madison. Visit powercentersofmadison.com.
We've got the power!
Do you suffer from ED? Did you know there could be a way to relieve ED without harmful medications, needles, or surgery? Peak Performance for Men is here to help. Click or call now to treat your ED. And remember, our results make the difference.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
At GHC, we want you to be safer at home. We have more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
At Wild East Towne Honda, lease a new Civic for $189. That's $189 and absolutely zero do-it signing. Save on over 400 new Hondas at Wild East Towne Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
A local mystery of whodunit is finally solved. For several years now, someone was leaving these small metal sculptures at the Hoyt Park Pyramid in Madison, and that left many people wondering who was doing it. Our Jamie Perez reveals the man behind the mystery.
For the past 4 years, Milo Wentz has been a kid on a mission, inspired by the Hoyt Park Pyramid.
There's a lot of kind of mystery about where it came from, and I wanted to add to that and like give people like an experience of finding these things here.
So Milo put his artistic talents to work.
I want to like tell a story with them. I want people to imagine like where they came from and like kind of make up their own story about them. They all kind of have like a character in my mind. This is kind of like a moose. And then this is like, I imagine them as like a fortune teller.
Milo first started making his sculptures out of clay as a freshman in high school. Now a senior, he's upgraded to scrap metal that his dad brings home.
I get pieces that have already had a story and have already been used in different contexts, like within someone's apartment, like a piece of a sink or electrical parts from a wall. And then I'll kind of give them a new story and like a new character.
Fascinated by the clash of nature and mechanical objects, Milo would sometimes walk through this area waiting for people to find what he left behind, listening to what others might say about them without revealing himself.
Seeing like what people think about them and like people's different reactions to them, just knowing how I've like had an impact on people's lives, even if sometimes I don't even know it.
He drops off sculptures here several times a month to keep interest up.
It's like a chest of drawers, and then this thing is like the closer of a sink. I'll kind of position them in a place that I think they would fit with the other ones, and then I just leave them.
A legacy he leaves behind from a mission that he started as a freshman 4 years ago.
I like a mystery and I like telling a story.
Mission accomplished. In Madison, I'm Jamie Perez, News 3 Now.
Milo is graduating high school this year, and before going away for college, he wanted to finally reveal himself as the artist. He says he will probably still make metal sculptures, put them on that pyramid whenever he comes home for a visit. It's going to be a cold night out there. Some shower chances ahead. Gary joins us now with your complete forecast.
Yeah, it's mainly the cold weather we'll be dealing with over the next couple of days. 3 things you need to know. High temperatures only making the lower to middle 40s for the next couple of days thanks to the cloud cover, and then we'll also see some shower chances. Not everybody will see them, and it's not going to rain all the time. time. In fact, most of the time it'll be dry, but there is the possibility for a few rain showers as well as some flurries of snow mixed in, especially during the day tomorrow. Wednesday, just a slight chance for a shower, mainly in the afternoon. And cold weather at night. We may see some breaks in the clouds, allowing temperatures to drop into the upper 20s, especially tomorrow night and Wednesday night. And we could see a widespread hard freeze. Most areas will see frost the next 3 nights. Now, here in Wisconsin, we're really not into the start of the growing season, but farther to the south, across parts of northern Illinois and eastern Iowa, they already have freeze warnings there. You can see on high-resolution Doppler radar just a few tiny little flurries showing up over central Wisconsin. Surface reports indicate most of this is not reaching the ground, and they have really been falling apart as they push into slightly drier air in our part of the state. But there are the freeze warnings in effect for tomorrow night into Wednesday morning for much of southern Iowa, almost all of Illinois, back into parts of Michigan and Indiana, and then farther out to the west, freeze watches and freeze warnings as far southwest as the Texas Panhandle. So we're not alone in the cold air. And then with precipitation falling, they're looking at the potential for at least some minor snow accumulations from Missouri back into northern Kansas and southern Nebraska, where winter weather advisories are in effect, and you can see even some winter storm warnings out in the mountains of Colorado and Wyoming. The jet stream has sagged to the south, and that's allowing colder Canadian air to move in, and the precipitation pretty much right along the jet stream, just behind a cold front, which has already sagged into parts of central Missouri and central Illinois. On the surface weather map, you can see that cold front here, and you can see where that wind shift takes place, but most of the precipitation is a distance back behind the front. The air aloft is lifting up, and that's where the precipitation is falling, farther back to the north and west in the colder air. And with temperatures in the 30s from southern Iowa back into Nebraska and northern Kansas, that it's cold enough for some snow to fall there. On future track, we're looking at just mostly cloudy skies here. There'll be more sunshine in the northern part of the state during the day tomorrow, plenty of clouds, perhaps a sprinkle or two of rain. But as we clear out tomorrow night, that will allow temperatures to drop into the upper 20s. On Wednesday, some more clouds popping up, just a slight chance for a shower, but more clearing to the north and west arrives Wednesday night. And Thursday, we should see more sunshine. That will allow temperatures to be back into the middle 50s. So for tomorrow, look for a high of only 42 degrees. Be very chilly with a chance of a rain or a snow shower. 7 to 10 day forecast, 44 with a slight chance for an afternoon shower on Wednesday. Nighttime low temperatures in the upper 20s, but mid 50s expected through the weekend, some rain chances. And then as we head into next week, a warm up. Temperatures by Tuesday could be close to 70, then some spring-like showers and thunderstorms by Wednesday of next week.
And coming up in sports, Nick Herbig broke onto the scene and had a standout freshman season for the Badgers, while the Wisconsin linebacker says his performance last year wasn't good enough. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Thank you, everyone, for nominating us for Madison Magazine's Best of Madison 2021. And thanks to our entire All Comfort team. Let's do it again. April 1st through April 30th, go to allcomfortservices.com and vote us Best of Madison 2021 for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical today.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get a large Fiesta chicken pizza. Papa Murphy's.
You've heard that an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but you still need to see your dentist because getting good dental care is important to your overall health. You know dental bills can take a big bite out of your budget, especially if you're retired or on Medicare. Even a simple cleaning can cost $200. And other procedures like crowns and root canals can cost hundreds, even thousands more. But affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company can help. Give us a call or go online for this free information kit with all the details. This isn't just a discount plan or for checkups only. This is real dental insurance that can help pay for over 350 covered procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, even dentures. There are no deductibles, no annual maximum, and you can see any dentist you like. So don't wait. Call or go to sendinfokit.com to get your free information kit. Call now.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand. That's why people are taking it everywhere. Taking SUVs like Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with the most capable Silverado ever. No matter what you do, there's a Chevy that's perfect to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get a $4,400 cash allowance on all 2021 Silverado Crew Cab pickups. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
All Comfort Services is the area's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical company. We're here to make all of your home more comfortable. Don't forget to vote us Madison Magazine's Best of 2021 Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical Company at allcomfortservices.com today.
Hi, folks. Tuesday on News 3 Now this morning, we're in the 608 showing you how to get the whole family involved with rock climbing.
And Consumer Reports looks at the ambulance ride that could cost you despite insurance. Join us starting at 4:30 for News 3 Now this morning.
As expected, the Badgers were in complete control in the round of 32 and the Sweet 16. 2 matches and 2 sweeps. Now the stakes are a little higher with the spot in the Final Four on the line. Wisconsin taking on Florida right now, and UW already out to a 1-set lead. If the Badgers finish the Gators, they'll head back to the Final Four and will play Texas on Thursday. That match will air on ESPN2. Ever since Hank Poteet was added to Paul Chryst coaching staff, Jim Leonard has had some extra time on his hands, which isn't good if you're opposing offenses. But it's been great for the Badgers secondary. Instead of the cornerbacks and safeties splitting time, Leonard takes the safeties, and Poteet is in charge of the corners. And that move has been paying off this spring.
Having Coach Leonard, coach both corners and safeties at one point in time was, it was pretty hard to just focus on one thing. Having Coach Poteet, we're able to sharpen our blade.
Just having that corner coach to kind of just, reiterate the little details, so he's paying attention to just us instead of the whole defense. So just a lot more consistent.
Nick Herbig was the name we kept on hearing last fall camp, and once the season kicked off, it became clear why. As a true freshman, Herbig wasn't just playing mop-up minutes. He was starting. He finished 4th on the team in tackles and led the Badgers in TFLs. Now, normally one would think that was a pretty good UW debut. Not Herbig. He's wired different.
I was definitely not happy at all, with the impact I made on the team last year. I felt like I could have been so much more of an impact, in many ways, because obviously what I was doing last year wasn't enough, so I need to go harder. And I definitely had that feeling at the end of the season, like I didn't leave it all out there, and I kind of let my team down.
And what a week last week was for Steve Stricker. First, the AmFam Championship announced that fans will be allowed at University Ridge. And then Stricker went out and won the Chubb Classic for his 6th win on the championship tour, or Champions Tour. Gary, pretty chilly outside to golf around here.
Yeah, I know. There's some hardcore golfers that won't let this weather stop them. But for the rest of us, it's pretty chilly. Live view from the Platteville Queen Bee Radio Skycam shows plenty of clouds, even a couple of flakes of snow up in central Wisconsin. Shouldn't amount to very much, if anything, but temperatures right now, upper 30s north and west of Madison. We're right at 40. Temperatures lower 40s south and east. Look for a low tonight of about 30, high tomorrow 42. Temperatures will stay chilly through the weekend, but should warm up next week.
Gary, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6. We'll be back here tonight at 10. Have a good evening.